Oh, show us your bits. Alright me guys, Budger and Wiyanga. You're going to Dark and Young Nura up here in Ourimbah State Forest, and today I got a special treat for you. I'm doing the first ever episode of Show Us Your Bits. And I'm joined here with Pat from Central Coast 4x4 Adventures Facebook group with his HighLux, and he's going to be the first to come on and show us his bits.
Yeah, g'day guys, just want to show you me bits.
Alright mate, so what have we actually got?
Well, this is a 2002 normally aspirated 3 litre diesel HighLux.
Yep.
I call it the HighLux because it's got a 4-inch superior suspension lift, 2-inch body lift. It was sold to me that it was supposedly engineered. I have no paperwork to justify it, so that's in the works that I will be getting it engineered. But yeah, this is my vehicle, and yeah.
Alrighty, we'll go for a bit of a walk around. First of all, what have we got on the front?
Well, on the front we've got the King's 7-inch LEDs bodies. We've got a 12,000 pound Ironman winch in the front. Can't remember whether it's ARB or TJM bull bar.
One of them.
Which has also been adapted to suit the 2-inch body lift, which closes the gap.
Yeah, I can see a bit of a gap there between the vehicle and
I
the
put
bar.
the LED daytime lights and blinkers in it. Bit of a homemade modified bash plate under there.
Oh, so it's not an actual brand of bash plate?
No, I think...
Or is it an X-Rox? I thought I saw X-Rox on
It's
there.
got HighLux stamped into it, but
yeah, right.
because of the 2-inch body lift and the 4-inch suspension lift, the standard bash plate won't fit.
Doesn't
so
fit.
I just had to modify it to give it some sort of protection.
Yep.
Yeah,
coming around.
I put a snorkel on it since I've got it.
Any particular brand or just an eBay special?
I don't know. It was just one I picked up cheap.
Yep. Wheels and tyres?
Wheels and tyres. Just Steelies. The Falcon Wild Peak AT3s.
Yep.
I've had them on there for over a year. Absolutely stoked with them.
And they sure look pretty brand new
yeah,
too.
well, yeah, it does need a wheel on it. It's pulling left at the moment,
Yep.
but they're not wearing badly at all. I've changed over to bigger mirrors because I put the canopy and the tray on.
Yep. I remember.
Couldn't see.
I remember in my HighLux I actually had one of these rust out just under here and the mirror completely dropped off.
Yeah, yeah.
Got some sliders there.
Sliders on. They were a kit that I got off eBay where the main piece was made up, but I had to make up the brackets to get it to fit.
Yep,
I angled them down a bit because my missus is vertically challenged
Yep.
and she was having trouble getting in and out, so they form a bit of a step for her.
Yeah, something I need to put on the page.
Yeah. Originally it had a tub and I put a fiberglass canopy on it, and after smashing 2 back windows I changed over to the tray and the canopy. And
what's the light bar on the front there?
I think that was a King's one as well.
Okay. Looks very similar to the XTM one I've got.
Yeah, it's got
water and all.
It's old and it's got a bit of a moisture problem.
Yeah,
Still works.
the XTM one I had on mine was the same deal, had a lot of water in it.
Yeah.
And King solar panel is it? Or?
Yeah, 160 watt solar panel, which runs through the. I've got a 12 volt auxiliary system that charges 2 batteries in the back. I've got things like the
fridge up in there.
Yeah.
A Loz Trail fridge. What size is that? 80 litre.
80 litre. Yeah.
Fridge
freezer. Works brilliant. I love it.
What's it like when it comes to power draw?
I haven't had any issues with flat batteries or anything. The solar panel seems to keep it charged and running the car.
Yep,
once
through the alternator and everything.
Charged up, it then charges them as well. Got my camp table, barbecue, my fold-out fire pit.
Camp chair and that
camp
back
chairs
there.
in there.
Is it just
A
a
little bit of water storage on the back.
HighLux tray, or is it?
Couldn't tell you. It was just one I picked up cheap.
Yeah,
Made it fit.
it's the best way of doing them.
Treads stacked on the back here.
Yep.
Once I put the canopy on,
You got the reverse
on the
camera
tray.
too there, I see.
well, couldn't see out the back.
There.
So I actually have two cameras. I have this one,
Yep.
which is wired up the whole time. So when the ignition's on, camera's on.
Yep.
That's my reverse mirror.
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
Because I tow a box trailer and a boat. I've also got a second camera under the back here,
Oh yeah, yep.
which aims at the tow ball, so I can get it straight onto the hitch every time.
Yep.
Um,
And of course, you'd never do a recovery off that tow ball.
oh no! I've got the proper ton of recovery gear in here
Yep.
with my receiver hitch
Yep.
going there. Yeah, things like
What do we got for power supply on
I
this
have
side?
chainsaw, compressor, chairs,
All the basics.
all the basics, picky blanket. But I've got two 90 amp hour batteries in the back there.
Oh, yeah. AGMs or lithiums? Just AGM?
Just AGM, yeah. The projector,
12 volt DC?
yeah, it just charges off the alternator and then thing. It does have a feature where if my starting battery does go flat, I can jump start myself by
Off
pushing
there.
that button.
That's actually a
Then
good idea.
starts it off them,
Yep,
which is a
that's a
great
good
idea.
idea.
I've had to do it a couple of times.
Yep.
Got the King's panel.
Look, they're
the
cheap,
solar-
they're nasty, they do
Cheap
well.
and nasty, does the job.
You've got 13 volt in the battery,
Things
which is
like
doing well.
Lights in the back. I've got
And more
yellow
lights up
ones
in
to
here.
keep the bugs away. Things like the fire extinguisher. I carry two of those. I have one here and one down
Inside.
here on the
I can see the
side
stick
of
on
the
the side
seat.
there. Notice you've got some
And,
insulation up at the top
Yeah, I
there too.
started putting some insulation in just to try and keep things cooler. Not that I really need it because the rooftop tent
Yep.
stops a lot of the heat.
What's
building
the
up.
what's the tent up there?
That's the Dune Nomad 1.4 metre wide rooftop tent.
Yep.
Great. I can set it up quicker than my missus can make a cup of coffee,
Yeah, nice.
and it's got the
And they look like custom racks to hold everything.
yeah. This one is not actually connected to the tent. It just stops it bouncing on the rough
Yep.
stuff. Gives me somewhere to attach my fishing rod holders.
Yep.
So I can stick my fishing rods up underneath
Through the
it,
gap.
that sort of thing. Has a telescopic ladder.
There.
Tent. We've used it a few times, and yeah, I upgraded the mattress to a self-inflating one.
Yep.
Made all the difference in the world. Yeah, it's great. Love it. And it weighs, with the bedding and everything, I think it was like 60 kilos.
Yeah, right.
So driving around, I don't even notice it up there as far
Yep.
as the handling goes, and that's with the lift kit and everything. Just
Pretty
drive
good.
around the corner like everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it from there, but that's my reverse camera up
Reverse
there.
camera up the top
Just
there.
replaced the mirror with that.
Yep.
Turn the ignition on and then change the camera to. There's my tow
That's the
ball
tow ball.
right there, which makes it so easy to hook up the boat trailer.
Yep. And just a cheap little dash cam up there by the look of it.
Yeah, just a cheap dash cam, phone holders. Yeah.
What
bit of a mess at the
UHF gear
moment.
are you running? I noticed the antenna on the front. What are you running
that's
UHF
for
wise?
the Oricom UHF down
Big
here.
old one.
Yeah. It's dash mounted, so yeah, does the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just a basic stereo system
Yeah,
in there.
just basic stereo.
Takes USB,
that
that's all
sort
I'd
of
worry
thing.
about.
Yeah. It's fairly capable off-road.
Yep.
Gets
it's a-
me where I want to go.
That's a HighLux, they last forever.
Has the long-range fuel tank.
Yep.
Which I think is it's either 120 or 130 litre tank. If I fill that up in Sydney, I can get to Melbourne on the tank.
Yeah, nice.
So I don't break world land speed records doing it,
No.
but I get there.
Yeah. You've got a couple of Tool Pro under tray boxes.
Yeah, not real happy with those. They're a bit...
They look a bit bashed around a bit.
Yeah, they're coming off shortly. And I'm just going to go back to a normal mud flat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But, yeah, so that's my bits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thanks for that, mate.
Yeah.
Well, guys, not a bad little Luxie. Have to say, I do miss my old one. Even though it was only a two-wheel drive and a single cab, but I do miss my old one. So, yeah, thanks for having us, for coming on, Pat.
No worries.
And showing us your bits, mate. And if you guys have liked, make sure to let me know. And, yeah, give us a like and leave a comment down below. Alright, guys, cheers for watching. Take care, peace, and as always, I'll see you on the tracks. Yeah, no.